What's going on, people? Your boy Madmike coming at you guys with another Atlanta Falcons video, man. Look, this is getting hella interesting. Arthur Blank wanted to let it be known what the truth is behind this Bill Belichick issue, man. This is hella interesting, you guys. I'm gonna just come out right here, man. He pretty much stated in a article that this is not true. Okay, it's not true whatsoever. All the things that we're talking about Bill Belichick and him being a aka a cult leader, a guy that just wants complete control. He pretty much stated in an interview with Justin Fielder that this is not true and that the media are making up a lot of stories, making up a lot of lies, and coming up with things that just aren't true, right? So he wanted to set the record straight in regards to Bill Belichick, and he pretty much stated that Bill is not, all right, Bill is not in any way, shape, or fashion, form or fashion, that he did not ask for complete control of the Atlanta Falcons, okay? And he wanted to make that clear, that because a lot of media personnel out here, whether it's ESPN, all these guys that claim that they have insiders, they're pretty much saying that Bill Belichick wants things the way that he wants them. Well, Arthur disputed that. He said this is just simply not true whatsoever. So you can take it how you want it, but this is something else he had to say, and I think this is something you guys, I really want your opinion. We're going to go in depth later on tonight, but check this out. So all right, before I get to that, but let me know what you guys think about that Bill Belichick situation, and whether or not you guys think that he wanted complete control, and that's why Arthur wanted complete to go with Raheem Morris. Let me know what you guys think about that. Say yes or no, I believe him or not. But all right, so let's get back to this, man. Desmond Ridder. All right, this is a quote from Arthur Blank. He said, coaching candidates view of the team's QBs didn't describe it as anything other than a position that needs work, and that's being kind. Okay, let me say this again. They did not describe it, all right, they did not describe it as anything other than a position that needs work, and that's being kind. So look, and let me get this quote too, because I think this will really get in. Blank added that it's not necessarily an indictment on the players themselves, but includes the positions they were put in, coaching or lack thereof, that they were receiving, etc. So, whew, boy, this is freaking incredible. I'm gonna say this, man, and I've heard this several times. I heard this several times before. Guys like Kurt Warner, you can check out J2 O'Sullivan. These guys actually did breakdowns on the Atlanta Falcons route concepts, the development of the quarterback. A lot of things offensively just did not make sense. So this is all, the fact that I'm hearing this type of thing and him saying this, and this is going through the interview, and this probably explains why the Atlanta Falcons went so far to bring in so many quarterback coaches, that they can really get a gauge on how good a player is, how good the offense is, whether it's wide receivers, like Drake London. You have guys like Scotty Miller who brought in, Van Jefferson. But the biggest question with this offense, if you look at it, man, I think the thing is Kyle freaking Pitts. He went from one of the best young stars coming into the league to a guy that, like, you look at him now, it's like, is he a bust? So looking at this, man, he's talking about all players. And like I said, quarterback position is just one of those things, all right? But like quarterback position, and I think this has a lot to do with Desmond Ridder, all right? Desmond Ridder, and then hell, by extension, you got to look at a guy like Taylor Heineke. So was Taylor Heineke really as bad as they say they were? Was Desmond Ridder as bad as they say they were? A lot of things are just coming to the forefront, man, and the fact that, Arthur pretty much, came out and said, like, the coaches that he interviewed, they saying themselves that these players were put in awful situations. This is something that we've went over time and time again. Just the positions, all right? The positions, okay? I'm going to just say it like this, man. I think Arthur Smith's days as a quarterback developer or a head coach, it could be dead. This is just not a good take to hear from an owner when he, when he pretty much getting, a lot of evaluation from qualified wide receiver coaches, and just NFL coaches altogether, and especially quarterback guys. So you look at this, man. I think the thing is, when you look at this particular thing, man, now you got to say to yourself, was Desmond Ridder put in a situation where he could succeed? Now, I think the more that you look at it, man, I talked to guys like Terrence Mason. He said the exact same thing. These guys are just not being put in positions where they can succeed. And coach, actually, he made, comments several times. It's like, it looks like this guy is setting Desmond Ridder up for failure. He's setting guys up for failure. I don't know if that's true or not, but when you look at things, man, it makes you question whether or not Arthur Smith did set this guy up for failure, all right? So that's something to think about. I want to know what you guys think about that. Did Arthur Smith set Desmond Ridder up for failure? You just think, Desmond Ridder just ain't it. I mean, we said that time and time again, but like I said, there's a lot of things that we question whether or not, these guys were actually doing right by him and putting him in situations, like RPOs and things of that nature, things that we saw him play, use in college. For whatever reason, these guys went completely away from it. So we got to point the finger at Arthur Smith. You got to point the finger at guys like Dave Ragone and who he brought in and trusted him to develop the quarterback a certain way. And then, look, let's keep it real. This man has never, ever developed a quarterback, and I'm talking about develop a quarterback and has success. Dave Ragone is not that guy, and this is the guy that Arthur Smith trusted because of his friendship and not his resume. And I think this is the thing, the Atlanta Falcons right now, they're trying to correct that, bringing in guys like Zach Taylor, TJ Yates. You had a guy even in Matt Shaw that was on the coaching staff, and you tell me that you didn't allow him to work with Desmond Ridder. A lot of stuff, man. Like, this is not, like I said, this is not a good quote coming from Arthur Blank, because it pretty much buries, and I mean buries Arthur Smith as a coach. Because if this is true, if it comes out that this guy, one, either did his best to sabotage Desmond Ridder, Kyle Pitts, and completely go against and put them in situations where they were forced to do things a certain way instead of maximizing their talent. Look, maybe Kyle Pitts did give up. I don't know. Maybe he did give up because, he had him doing things outside of what he's accustomed to doing and what he's been. Maybe you look at David Rowan, he had no freaking clue about what he was doing. So, man, this is a hell of an interesting thing, man. When I look at it, I'm just going to say this, man. I think Arthur Smith's days as a head coach is completely over, and he has ruined his reputation. I think he's pretty much destroyed any credibility when it comes down to him developing talent. I think he's killed his opportunity as a head coach, just to be respected as a guy that can develop a guy. Because when you look at it, man, if you got guys like Dave Ragone and you got all of these quarterback guys on your team and you're not allowing them to do a job and share their expertise, it just shows to you that you're so focused on your own agenda, and this is and was never about the team itself. So this is a heart that like this kills, this destroys anything that had to do with Arthur Blank. And I know people are probably actually, saying right now, Mike, didn't you say Arthur Smith wasn't a bad play caller? Yeah, I did say that, and I still believe that he's still a good play caller. Okay, I think he calls great plays, but when you talking about calling plays, putting the game plan together, I think those are completely different concepts. I think Arthur Smith is probably one of the worst if you look at it, developing quarterbacks. I don't think he has no freaking clue on what to do developing quarterback, and I think that's what ultimately got him fired. On top of the fact that when you look at it and look at this statement from Arthur Blank, he's saying that again, they didn't describe it as anything other than a position that needs work, and that's being kind. All right, that's just crazy. And this one, but includes the positions they will put in coaching or lack thereof. Whew. I think we all know why Arthur Smith was fired. They thought he was an awful coach. He did not do what he was supposed to in developing the talent and putting those guys in positions where they could succeed. And I'm just gonna be real, man. Like I said before, I think he's done as a head coach. I think if he's going to be a head coach, man, he's gonna have to prove himself in Pittsburgh. I think he's done as a head coach. But like I said, anything can happen, but this is not a good indictment on Arthur Smith. So let me know what you guys think about this. This has been your boy, Madmike. Check out, this particular playlist. Give all our takes, all right? Myself, K-Styles, Jew Talk Sports. I have a playlist where we give all our takes on NFL quarterbacks around the league. So check out the playlist. It will be pinned in the pinned comment section as well as here in the end screen. So check it out. This has been your boy, Madmike, with another Atlanta Falcons news update, NFL news and rumors around the league. I'm out of here. Peace.